Welcome back to another video. I want to start the video today by saying, whew, I'm tired today, and this is reality. I'm gonna be recording a video every single day for the next 30 days. For 30 days, I think this is the video number 6, I believe. So this is what we have. This is what we got today. I'm very tired, but I didn't want to not record the video. I have a subject that I want to talk about, which is letting go, and the ways it presents in our lives. It's presented in a very special, interesting way for me at the moment. So that's what I felt inspired to talk about it. But yes, I just wanted to say my brain is working a little slow, as you can say. You can tell, you can see maybe in my face. I'm very sleepy, tired. This is also me over explaining. It's my perfectionist. It's still like, okay, we need things to be perfect. Things are not perfect at the moment, and I'm not trying to make anything look perfect. So yes, letting go. It can be super intense at times in our lives, where we have to let go of big things like relationships, jobs, like even people passing away. I just had my cat passing away a couple of weeks, and I had to experience, like, it's not that I don't think everyone experiences a lot of, like every week someone passing away. It's like death is something that comes in our lives, a few times. So I got the opportunity to connect with that, because it's on the other side of the spectrum. It's like, of the feelings. It's on the other side of everything. Like feeling like you're not gonna see the person or your pet anymore in your life. Like it really gets you to that really deep place of emotions. Anyway, I don't want to get too deep into that. I just want to say, like, letting go, it presents in many different ways. It's presenting in a very interesting way this time for me. As I said on my other videos, I'm in the process of starting a new business. I'm super excited and super grateful for everything that has been presenting into my life. I'm being presented with new experiences. I've been meeting a lot of inspiring people, amazing entrepreneurs that I've been learning so much from, and a lot of excitement and gratitude for everything that I'm experiencing. At the same time, when we create these big changes, as changing a big behavior, I feel like, and also, let's talk about it. So behaviors and habits, I feel like smoking for a few months can be an easy habit to change, an easy behavior to change. But if you have been smoking for many years, probably can be a little harder. Drinking, when you want to stop drinking, if you have been drinking for 10-15 years, is the same. When you want to start exercising, I feel like perfectionism, for me, we all have layers of this. For me, it goes in the category of an addiction. For me, it was kind of like the amount of benefits I've been receiving once I started, making the change, allowed me to see that, it was a big subject in my life, almost like an addiction, like I was for many years. Maybe I can record another video explaining the psychology of perfectionism. I think it would be important, because I'm trying to explain too many things in one same video, and that doesn't make sense. So I was trying to, and me over explaining, that has to do a lot with my perfectionism as well. So let's just say that, yes, in the process of changing a behavior, you have to let go of a lot of things, right? So I'm letting go of things in my routine that I was doing, dynamics in relationships, right? Ways of thinking, especially. So beliefs, and right now, today, I realized that I'm having a really sweet invitation to let go of something, to create a space to receive something new. And I just wanted to share because, yes, a lot of the times when we think about letting go, it sounds like, oh, like this very big dramatic change in our lives. And I want to share how simple it's presenting for me right now, because I see also that it can be a good opportunity to embrace the process of letting go, and honestly, like, train that muscle, so whenever something bigger presents, it can be a little easier for us to let go. So I feel like it has a lot of negative connotation, the letting go thing, right? So hopefully this can serve and can give you some ideas, inspiration on how you can approach it in your own life. So as I said, I'm starting this new business, and I see now the amount of possibilities, the unlimited possibilities that I have with this business, with the new business. And I have to say, I'm creating the business at the moment. It's not like it's ready and I'm about to launch the business. No. A part of me wanting to share all these stories on YouTube or my other social media is because I think I said this also on one of my videos. I think a lot of people share the process when they already arrived somewhere, when they already built a business. And that's cool. A lot of times there's a lot of value in the way they share those processes. But I find that the way I have learned the most, the way I felt inspired the most, was when people were like me today, showing like, I'm feeling like shit today. Yesterday was great, today is not, and I'm here committed to go through whatever else it presents. So let's say I'm having one of those challenging, and it's not even that challenging. Anyway, I don't want to get lost in this story. So yes, I want to share everything exactly that's happening during the process of me building the new business. I don't have a business plan yet. It's not even a concern in my mind at the moment. So I'm embracing, I'm doing something that it feels very opposite to the way I used to do things. When you are a perfectionist, you need a plan, and you need to feel like you're able to predict what's going to happen, right? Otherwise, you're just not going to take the risk to do anything, right? That's how a lot of us work. And I'm saying I'm not living my life anymore like that. So when you don't do life like that anymore, and there's not a plan, a lot of how you do life now is by following your intuition, right? Which is, I'm like really, really hoping soon I can talk from a different place today. I feel like I'm not as inspired to talk about everything, so I hope soon I can talk about how it feels like when you just flow, when you just follow your intuition. Yeah, soon. That's probably gonna be another video, because it's not really amazing. Like, everything is, maybe I'm gonna be talking now about it. When you're just following your intuition, when you have a commitment with your purpose in life, when you found already that purpose and you're committed to that purpose, everything starts falling into place. Everything. So you don't need a plan anymore. You don't need to know what's going to happen. Like life, and if you believe in God or angels, whoever you believe in, starts sending you everything that you need. And it's a muscle also. It's the trust muscle, you know, and that's where I am at the moment. I'm not strong at all. I'm working on all these things. Like, part of me recording this video also helps me to, if I can say it's because part of me believes it, right? So this is working for you, hopefully for you, and this is working for me as well. So yes, I don't have that plan, and today or this week I started feeling like, okay, I'm ready to start sharing more about the business on my social media. And a small decision like, okay, I have two different accounts. I have the business account and I have the personal account, and I have now this YouTube channel with the name of the business. Like, where should I start sharing more about the business? And the invitation I'm receiving is that whenever I feel like, in the few times I have done it already on my personal account, the few times I share about the business on my personal account, it didn't feel good. It didn't feel that good. Yeah, it didn't feel that comfortable. So trying to make that decision, I was like, well, I have 900 followers. That's not many, you know, like, doesn't really matter. I could use those followers to start, you know, creating my audience for my business, or I can use my other Instagram account that has very few followers. Yeah, it's like something that if I look from outside the process of making this decision, it's something super simple. I could advise someone else, you know, very quickly. I could give directions to someone to, you know, to take action on that decision. For me, it became a whole thing where, like, oh, what is so hard to decide, like, which Instagram I want to. So whenever something like that presents, that there's like a charge, emotional charge to the situation, it's a time for me to, you know, sit back, ask my intuition, what's presenting here? What is it? Why do they have resistance? Why, what's really happening here? And I realized I had a really nice conversation with one of the coaches from the business program I'm taking at the moment. And he suggested that that it might be an invitation for me to let go of something, that if things are not feeling aligned or not feeling right for me, that could be a sign of maybe not being the space for me anymore. And not only because he said that, I felt like it was the right thing to do. It was a combination. It was one of those interesting things. When we started the class this morning, he started the class, and even, you know, my question was at the end of the class. So when he started the class, he said something really sweet that I heard already this week. And it was that sometimes in life, we have these moments where we run into a friend, or we meet someone on the street, and we have this little conversation with the person at the supermarket, you know, random people that say things to us that we are like, oh my God, like, it feels like I needed to hear that. So the way he explained it this morning was like, sometimes you know, you don't have to believe in God, universe, whoever you believe, like, but it's just like a bigger source. I'm confused now. Like, when you feel like God is talking to you through that person, you know, when you're like, oh my God, I really, and the message is in your mind the whole day for days, you know, you're like, God, like, and that thing that the person say makes you make other decisions, right? We all have had moments like this. So he started the class by saying that, you know, that it's so special how sometimes by, even when we hear conversations, you know, we are walking on the street and we are walking by other two people that are talking about relationships or business or whatever, and that little portion of the conversation that we hear sometimes is that exact thing that we needed to hear that day. So, and he said that when I saw someone on Instagram saying this exact same thing, that she was on an Uber going to the airport, and they were a driver, she literally said that, like, I felt like God was speaking through that guy to me. And the reflection she made about what the person said was so beautiful that, when you're like, yeah, I believe this person. I'm a little over explaining. I know whoever is watching is understanding what I'm saying. So, because that it was that little emotional charge with the decision, what the teachers say, and I'm aware that whenever we're having these big transformations, these big changes in our lives, a lot of things have to go. We have to let go of a lot of things. It felt like the right thing for me to do. Some other layers of what I'm experiencing is that, well, not different, it's all connected. Like, if I feel like my whole identity is changing in a way, like, if you know me, if you're one of my close friends, you know that my heart is always going to be the same. But even like the way I express myself, the way I dressed, a lot of things have been changing these days. So it's a whole identity rebirth what I'm having at the moment. So the idea of creating a new platform, a new account for the business, and not using my personal account, felt like an invitation of letting go of my identity and opening the space to something new that I want also to kind of explain why it feels like such a big thing. And it's because it's something new that I don't know what it is yet. It's a massive action that I'm taking in my life right now. It's super scary. The unknown or the unfamiliar, and then not being able to predict what's coming. It's very, very, very scary. It's scary. So it makes a lot of sense that I'm going to share everything of this new thing in a space that is new and not in the Instagram account I have had for 12 years. Right? So just wanted to put out there this story. Yeah, it's honestly, it's just the feelings and the thoughts that I have at the moment. I hope some of that makes sense for you. I didn't, think about this too much. So yeah, I hope it serves anyone. I cannot wait to continue sharing more about my process, my journey, the challenges. I really, really want to talk more about experiencing life from, living connected to your intuition and just going with the flow. I might record another video talking about that. For now, thanks for watching. Peace and love, everyone. See you soon.